Okay guys, this is Woody back with you. We're down here at the shop this afternoon and we're getting ready to set up our coon feeders. And I got this idea from Sam Wood Outdoors, and I think he calls it feeding raccoons Burger King style. But anyway, show you a little bit about what we're doing here. I'll get you down here where you can see. What I've got here is one of those deer feeding buckets. We had several of these up at the hunting club, and we took them down. We put out some different kind of feeders. Deer was eating up corn so fast that we had to go to a bigger feeder. But anyway, I took these buckets and put them up in the shed there, and I knew they'd come in handy sooner or later. But what we got, you know, that these deer feeding buckets got a hole in the bottom. So what I did, I cut an 1.25 inch piece of plywood, put in the bottom of it. Then I come back and drill my holes. Need to come up about 4 inches from the bottom, and this is 1.5 inches PVC coupling. You want to get the one that's got the male end and the female end, and of course the female end goes on the inside and it curves down. And I put one on both sides, and that fixed up my bucket. Now, if you're doing a metal bucket, you're gonna need this 1.5 inch hole saw to cut a hole in it. Now, if you're using the plastic buckets, the one that he shows on his videos, what you can do, you can take your pencil and draw out circle your PVC coupling there on your PVC and take a knife and cut it out, but you had to be careful not cut your fingers off. And I think he uses 1.5 inches, just a regular wood drill on his drill. And you can use these, they'll do the same thing. You can go through it with that too. And what I did there was fix those up. And I got my bait here. I got it spilled all over the floor, but a bait right here is made up of corn and catfish feed, floating catfish feed. As you can see, I buy this catfish feed. I got a catfish pond out there, and I buy this catfish feed. It's a 50-pound bag. Now, Clint Lockler, if you catch him with Wolf Nation, he's got a video out. Get this back up here where you can see one. He's got a video out about the catfish feed. If you go online and order coon bait, 9 times out of 10 what you get is a little old jar of catfish feed, floating catfish feed. A lot of people don't know that, but he come out and kind of explain how that come about. But anyway, you pay $15 or $20 plus shipping for a little old jar of catfish feed to feed your coons with. And you can go to the seed and feed store, buy 50 pounds of that catfish feed. I think I gave $20 for that bag. It's going up just a little bit, but you know, how many quarts or pints can you make out of 50 pounds? You can kind of weigh the price there. But anyway, that's what I got, and we've been working on that. Now I'm fixing to go out and put up my deer feeders too. I generally start about the 1st of September with my deer feeders. Corn has got to work. It's such a high price anymore, and I can't afford to put out very much corn. So I kind of wait till September, and won't be long before bow season to be in. That grandson of mine, I think he's probably gonna want to bow hunt some. But anyway, we're gonna put out those feeders and get some corn going there, and I'm gonna put out these coon feeders and see if we can get some coons drawn in. Now, I caught several coons around that stuff and a bunch of possums. I think I caught a whole family of possums, but generally I turn them loose. But I did catch two big old boar possums, and they were big as a large coon, and I got them skinned out, and I'm gonna tan their hide. The hides wasn't bringing anything, so I just started making coonskin hats and stuff like that out of it, and been enjoying that. So this is what I'm doing. I just take my feed. I got it mixed half and half, and I just pour it right over in my bucket. Now they'll smell that catfish feed because it's got a strong odor to it. It'll bring them in. Now on these buckets, if you use these buckets, if you got some of these deer feeders around that you're not using, on these lids, one thing I do with these lids, you see it's got little tabs around it, and what I do, I take a tab on each side and I drill a hole through my bucket, and I run, this is a sheet metal screw, is what you put metal roofing on with, and on each side I'll run this little screw in there and tighten it down, and then I'll tighten my tabs around it. You wouldn't think a coon could pull these tabs up, but a good sized coon and get up there and he'll grab a hold of these tabs with his feet, and he'll pull these tabs up, and next thing you know, your lid's laying on the ground and he's got in there and eat all your corn. So if you fix one, make sure you drill your hole and put your a sheet metal screw in it to hold that lid on. And what I do, I just take some wire and hook it onto the handle and put it up. You want to pull your bucket up far enough off the ground that you think a coon could stand on his back legs and reach in with his front paw. You don't want to get it right down on the ground because it makes him, you know, he can't get in there good. But you want to get it up off the ground just about a foot, something like that. You know, you can kind of measure, figure out how high a coon would be if he's standing on his hind legs and reaching in there. And the reason for that 45-degree angle, that thing curves down, and he has to reach his foot in there, and as he pulls it, gets the bait out, then it'll begin to sink down. And the reason that curves there to keep your feed from pouring out each side onto the ground. But that's a little bit about what we're doing, and like I said, I got that from old Sam Wood Outdoors. He's a character. He loves to catch coons, I know that. But anyway, if you want some more information about that, you can go over and catch his video, and he'll explain a little bit more of it. And like I said, Sam Locklear has got the video out about the catfish feed. So what I do, I'll mix, when I set my dog-proof traps, I'll mix this catfish feed and some sardines, and put it in my dog-proof trap, and sometimes I'll add those little old bitty small marshmallows. I'll put some of them on top. And one thing that they really like that I found out, I'll take corn and put it in a jar, and I'll set it out, put some water in it, and I'll set it out in the sun and let it sour. And you can take your spoon and put just a spoonful of that sour corn in there, and maybe take a little bit of that juice and sprinkle it around the trap. And for some reason they love that sour corn. So that's some of the bait that I'm using, and I hope you have good luck this year. I'm excited about the trapping season coming up. So we're gonna kick on out this afternoon. Have a good day.